So when I was a boy, about 10 or so, I was roaming the streets with a group of friends, and we came upon this other group of boys, and they were circling, two of them. One was bigger than the other, and they were about to fight. They were in front of this house, and so all of a sudden this door opens up. This man bolts out of the house, storms up to the little kid of the two, and he says to him, "Give me your glasses." Takes the boy's glasses, storms back into the house, closes the door, goes in front of the window, or behind the window rather, folds his arms and looks out to his son being beaten up. Boys can be cruel, fathers even more so. What do you think this boy learned from that? Did he learn to handle himself? Did he learn to stand up for himself? Did he learn how to fight? Did he learn any of those things? He did not. You know what he learned? He learned what it feels like to be betrayed by your own father. That's what he learned. He learned that when it came down to it, his father wasn't going to protect him. He learned that when he needed safety, his father was not going to provide it. He learned that when he was suffering, his father was going to let him suffer. Many men feel betrayed by their fathers in this way. Under the guise of teaching them a life lesson, they throw them under the bus. It's not as if this boy had received martial arts training, as if the father was some kind of war hero who had learned to fight for himself. It's not as if there was any preparation for this event, for this fight. No, the father was himself probably feeling more or less like a failure, living in a somewhat suburban row house with a standard life, not much to look back on. You know what? The father may have been betrayed himself, and therefore he didn't know how to do it any better. Many men have received wounds such as this, and when they do, when they are betrayed like this, they develop a sense of numbness in their chest, where their heart was beating to the rhythm of life and feeling such delight. Now they feel nothing. They grow numb. These men have a hard time feeling anything that is of value, and therefore they have a hard time feeling valuable themselves. It is hard to become aware of something that you cannot feel. It is hard to become aware of the beating rhythm of life in your heart when you cannot feel your heart, when you've grown numb. It is easier to deny those feelings at all. And that is what many men go to do. They deny that they have feelings. They deny that they have life pulsing through them. They deny this reality, because to face the reality has become too painful. There is one thing that these men can feel, and that is grief. But it's hard, and it takes courage to face it. We grieve because we have to recognize that we were betrayed by our fathers and by others. And standing up, facing that reality is really difficult to do, so you have to do it with a group of trusted men who are going through the same thing, at least one other. And why do we do this? Because we do have feelings. We have lots of them. We have big feelings, and they're glorious and they're beautiful. And we can be full of life and full of vitality if we dare to face our grief. There is something truly marvelous on the other side of that. That's where we want to get to.